Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you guys all having a good weekend. Let's have a look at SPY S&P 500 ETF technicals to watch basically for the rest of the year, especially next week going into Christmas, because the next week after next will be pretty dead volume in my opinion, and even next week going into Christmas, volume basically will dry out on Thursday, Friday, I believe, and that's pretty much statistically that's what happens every single year. And there were times, of course, market was volatile, even like Christmas Eve, but we'll see. But what I'm watching from here, so the chart, this is a 10-minute chart, and this is a Friday price action. So main action basically happened in the morning and then right before market closed, because during a day, if you were trying to short or go long, I mean, look at it, you would get shaken out easily. That's what happened to me. I couldn't make any trades during the day, because in the morning I wanted to confirm it, whether it wanted to go higher or lower. It started going lower and then it didn't go much lower because, well, for the past 4 days it's been coming down basically every single day. If you switch to daily chart, you can see it's pretty big drop, okay, but Monday, Tuesday we had pretty big moves, and after that CPI data, Jerome Powell, we started basically selling off. I was expecting it to stop somewhere here at 50-day moving average, but unfortunately we closed below. So until SPY gets back above this level, I'm gonna be cautious, and you have to be cautious as well if you are long bias trader from here. Even though I know like volume is gonna drop and maybe we'll see a bounce, the risk reward trying to be a hero right here, even though like support 380 from here, I'm watching basically. If it flushes Monday open, I'll be definitely going long with some short-term trades. But you gotta be careful with also I wanted to talk about Thinkorswim as well. Just a quick note that Friday they glitched in the morning, volatility was crazy. I couldn't close my some option trades and they just basically expired worthless, because by the time they resumed, they solved their problem. My options were pretty much down 90%. So that's something you want to keep in mind when volatility is high like this. And is it going to stay like this? Well, there were times we had pretty much market go crazy all the way into Christmas Eve, but I don't think it's going to happen this time around, but it can if we stay below 50-day moving average. So basically support, I'm watching 380 from here, and below that, if we go even below that, 370, 360, 348, this basically this year's all-time lows. These are the levels I'm watching as supports to the upside, how far we can go. So you can see 390 was support. We bridged that on Thursday, and if we try to go higher, that's the first level of resistance I would watch. And also if it goes above that 395, I'm not expecting basically for SPY to go higher than that, because look at all these people at that level. Look at this volume. Basically there are a lot of trapped people as well, so it could be in individual stocks, but in SPY maybe there are a lot of stocks that are weak right now, especially tech. So if you want S&P 500 to rally, you want basically dead cat bounce or support bounce from these tech names. Like look at the Apple's sitting right at that support of 134. If it goes lower, next level of support for Apple, 129. So you need, for the Christmas rally, you need help from these stocks. Apple pretty much at the danger zone. Another stock at danger zone is Amazon. But these are trillion-dollar companies. I mean, Amazon just out of slightly that trillion-dollar club, but it's sitting right near its support, all-time lows basically for this year. And for let's take a look at for Google as well, and Microsoft. So if those stocks don't bounce we're not gonna see much of a gain for SPY. Look at the Google as well. Well, Google was not at near its lows, but still bearish looking chart. Microsoft as well sold off pretty big, but Microsoft must be one standing out among all of those big trillion-dollar stocks because it's still above its 50-day moving average, and it's in that channel between 50-day and 200-day. So if I wanted to go long, I would definitely go long MSFT around 240 if it flushes on Monday. Yeah, so, and of course, if we see on Monday people come in, support tech, we can definitely see in S&P 500 bounce to those levels that I noted, basically 390 I'm watching to the upside, and 393, 395 maximum basically for the rest of the year. That would be somewhere around, let's take a look, if we measure from the closing price of today, 390 would be almost 1.8%, 395 would be 3%, so 3% max, that's what I'm looking for basically for the rest of the year to the upside. And to the downside, I'm not expecting too much of a downside, although maybe 370. I don't think we can go lower than that. There are some people who are maybe thinking that we can go all the way to 360, 350. That would be extreme volatility. But by looking at VIX, I don't think it's happening, because even though market was coming down last 4 days, look what VIX did last 4 days. Last 4 days market came down sharply. Look what VIX did, because a lot of people already hedged, and some people don't understand how VIX works actually. VIX is basically amount of put buying, basically the ratio. The more people buy puts, the higher VIX goes up. And if people who bought their hedges well before all these events, I mean, it doesn't have to go higher, because who buys the most amount of puts? I mean, it's hedgies, right? Hedge funds, a lot of funds that manage a lot of capital. They need to manage risk. Retail, I mean, most of us don't manage risk as well as those guys, and we're not I mean, you get the point that they move the market, the big money. So, and by looking at the VIX, you can tell that they were already hedged, they didn't panic. And look at the VIX. VIX closed negative with SPY, and that's usually a little bit of a bullish sign going forward. So if anything, I'll be watching maybe 60 to 70%. I'll be bullish going into next week versus 30 to 40% bearish. So that's the video. I don't want to make it too long. If you want to watch other individual stocks that I'm about to upload, please check it out. Also, I have a Discord in the description. You can basically go check out our Discord as well. During a day, that's where we are. I mean, there are a lot of other guys like traders, and it's open. We don't charge anything. We just talk there during market hours, what's happening, option flows and all that stuff. So yeah, check it out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.